I was completely just lost in myself. I don't know, I've never been so broken in my entire life.
When I was at my worst, I was completely and utterly in bondage to myself.
When I think of a drug addict, I would think of someone who was homeless, someone who pretty much slept under the bridge.
It was someone that couldn't handle their life.
Even in high school, like if I had friends who drank or used drugs, I never saw them as addicts or alcoholics. I just saw it as kids having fun. I just never really wanted to admit that I had a problem, because if I admitted I had a problem, that meant I had to stop.
You know, I didn't think I was an addict. You know, I just thought I had problems. Everybody's got problems.
Like, this is really what I thought of my drinking. I'm an alcoholic, but I don't care.
I tried several times to go to treatment, but it was really never for me. I tried for my kids. I tried for my father, because that's all I ever wanted, was my father to accept me. It was never because of something that I wanted to do. It was always because of someone else.
My mother, she did some things to me when I was, like, she would smoke weed with me and blow shotguns to me when I was in the crib as a baby. You know, and after I got all this information, I realized where my life began to spiral and got twisted up, and my understanding of life got shook around and twisted. I just all tore apart.
I just sat in my own filth for 4 days, just disgusted in myself. I didn't have my ex to blame it on. I didn't have anybody to have an outlet for but myself. And I knew that if I didn't do something different than what I've always done, it wasn't gonna get better.
It was tough for me. You know, I lived in a 2-bedroom house with about 16 people, cousins, aunts, uncles, brother, sister. I really didn't have a place. It kind of stepped me into addiction and watching people use early on, and that's what was normal. It really affected my upbringing.
I met a girl from Hope is Alive at my work. And she told me a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit about something she had. And she said that she had been sober for 7 months.
But I had no idea, like, what sobriety or recovery looked like at all. Like, no idea.
What's tough about maintaining sobriety is the fact that as you proceed in your recovery and you see the blessings and benefits of staying sober, people start to forget, you know, how bad it really was. I would begin to get complacent, and I would start believing, you know, that I was okay and that I could go on and live this life. And that would be the trap that I would fall into.
I think the hardest thing that comes with that label that society likes to place over us as addicts or alcoholics is a lot of the times that word recovery doesn't come in there. And there's so many of us that are actively seeking recovery and actively in treatment programs or actively in sober livings. But people don't want to see us as people. They want to put the label on us of what we've done instead of where we're going.
I heard about Hope is Alive. I was in the hospital. I couldn't move for the first 3 days. And they told me about this place that was doing great things for opiate-dependent people.
I was scared to come into this program, not knowing what to expect. But the moment I walked in the doors, I was greeted with hugs, high fives, just love, genuine love. Guys that didn't want anything from me, didn't expect anything from me but to do the right thing, to get up every day and to answer the bell. And it has changed my life completely.
Being at Hope is Alive is breathtaking. I have a sense of peace. I can come home And it's the feeling to want to come home. I don't think I've ever wanted to come home. I never felt like I've had somewhere to want to be at.
So my biggest accomplishment in HIA to this day would be having a relationship with my daughter. I went from a year of not seeing her to seeing her every other day. And that's so big. That shows me I'm exactly where God wants me to be in my life.
Since I've been here and Hope is alive, you know, I learned that I am something. I am somebody. You know, I learned that success is not being wealthy. I learned that success is not having nice things. I learned success is on the inside and what you're doing in your life every single day. Back in North Carolina, I helped start the epidemic. And, you know, now I can be part of helping the epidemic. And that is just very awesome to me.
Today, I'm a student, I'm a Christian, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm happy, and I'm free.
Today, I am full of peace and happiness. I'm radically changed from the inside out. I am living a passionate life.
What I found out during my life is Benny wanted to be accepted. And when I came to Hope is Alive, I found acceptance, and I feel loved.
Today, I'm free from my doubts. I have strength in myself. I get to enjoy life again.
I truly found self-worth in that a broken person can be restored. I found fellowship, brotherhood, trust, and hope.